Hello, it's Father Don. With his video talk of the week or the month or whatever. I know it gets silly. I don't know what to call these things, but thank you for tuning in. This week I talk a little bit about what I talked in my homily last weekend. I gave kind of two homilies for one, but the second part of the homily I think is really important to re-emphasize again here and just continue to re-emphasize how important it is in our parish. And so I used last Sunday's story in the gospel where Peter wakes up, right? And the transfiguration is before him with Elijah and Moses. And Peter's instinctual reaction is hospitality. He's like, let's build 3 tents so we can all sit down and relax. Maybe he pulled out a charcuterie board. I don't know. But like his instinctual action when he saw the 3 was to welcome them and be hospitable to them and want to have them, come and sit and just relax and fellowship. And that seemed to be in Peter instinctual. I don't know if it was from his upbringing or from the culture or whatever. But again, it's something that's important. Like welcoming should be instinctual in us, right? And if you think you're welcoming, then ask yourself, how many people do you welcome when you come into church? Like how many people do you say hello to? Like when you sit down in your pew and someone else sits in the pew, do you slide down? Do you get out of the pew and make them get in? Like, because this is your spot? Like, how welcoming you are to the people just in your pew. Like, they're supposed to be family, right? Because I call them family. And I don't know how welcoming we are when they come and they sit in the pews. Most importantly, the sign of peace is a time of welcoming where we should be smiling and shaking hands. COVID's over. Shake hands. Smile at one another, right? Show them how much you care for them, how much you love them being a part of your family. Everyone around you should be shaking hands with, welcoming, smiling with, right? It's all about bringing Jesus to them, sharing Jesus with them. And the sign of peace, you're coming into the church, you're coming into your pew. Those are all welcoming moments where you're interacting with your other family members, right? Members of the church. And so we really need to work really hard on showing off our ability to be welcoming, right? It's very important. Like when I ended the homily, I said, in this space, welcoming should be instinctual. You shouldn't have to think about it. You shouldn't have to look at others and judge whether you're going to welcome them or not. You should just do it. Just be welcoming. Because in this space where Christ is at the center of what we're doing, right? Welcoming should be the most important thing we do as a result of what we're encountering at the Mass, right? The reception of the Eucharist, the ultimate result of that is going out and being welcoming, showing others Christ. And we do that through our hospitality, our ability to be welcoming and show other people that this is a space they belong in and this is a space they need to come to because Jesus is here. We all want to meet Jesus. And so I think we really need to encourage one another to be more welcoming in our parish, right? And I'll be honest with you, video people, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've had some complaints that we're not. And that disappoints me because I love my family and I think we're a wonderful family. So if I'm getting people telling me that our parish isn't welcoming to new people or strangers or people outside, people they don't know, that's disheartening. And so I really think we need to turn ourselves around, right? Shake hands, smile, and be more welcoming as a parish. It is so important. As we approach this Easter season, we're going to see more and more new people. We're going to see people who only come every so often or every few years, right? Easter time, like the Easter Christmas people. And we need to be just as welcoming to them as we are to the people we see every Sunday. We need to be welcoming to the people we see every Sunday, just like we are to the people who only come once or twice a year. We are a family. We are a family. Look at me, people on the screen. We are a family, and we should act like one. We should be welcoming others into our family and embracing them. And so I encourage you to take some time this Sunday to think about how welcoming and how hospitable you are. Whether it's when you're walking into the church, getting into your pew, or at the sign of peace, or leaving. When you leave the church, are you rushing out to get to lunch or breakfast, right? Or are you taking some time to greet others and thank them for coming or for seeing them, right? We need to think about that, right? As a family, we need to make that a part of who we are and what we do. So please, family, be as welcoming as you can be with smiles and handshakes and words of a greeting as best you can. So thank you very much. And now we're going to kind of move into announcements. First announcement is I want to thank everyone again, and I did it last weekend, for the wonderful gala we had last Saturday night. If you missed out, it was the first green and gold gala for the school. It was phenomenal. Besides all the money that was raised, which was a great amount, we had a great time. Great time of socializing, great time of being family and with strangers who were there, supporting our school. There were company tables, that were there supporting our school, family tables, teachers were there, the parish staff was there. It was just a great night for everyone to just kind of hang out, have some fun, and raise some great money for the church. I spent way more money than I should have, but it's for the school, and that's the best. So it was just a great night. So thank everyone who organized it, planned it, set it up, and everyone who came. Hopefully next year it'll be an even bigger event because people will get the word out that it's the place to be in March. So thanks again for everyone who did that. It was really, really great. So Solemn Vespers Sunday night for St. Patrick's was also beautiful. 25-man choir, beautiful service. So thanks Ancient Order of Hibernians for helping out with that, ushering, and the reception, and the choir from 7 different parishes. So thanks for that as well. That was beautiful. Coming up, we have some things. The spaghetti dinner at Knights of Columbus is this Saturday night. Really encourage you to come to that. What else do we have coming up? I think that's really it for parish stuff. That spaghetti dinner is pretty important. Please turn up for that. Remember, Easter's coming. Get prepared for that. There's still penance services out there you can get to if you missed ours. I encourage you to do that. You can see that in the bulletin or in that mailer we sent. The Easter mailer has that list in it as well. So I encourage you to do that. Have a great week. I love you all very much. Bye-bye.